This is IndusInd Bank presents Cheer for Greatness, and we've got a super Saturday coming up at the World Cup. Double headers, Bangladesh taking on Afghanistan, and then South Africa playing Sri Lanka. I've got my guest Steyn here in studio with me to discuss the prospects for the four teams in question. Dale, let's start by talking a little bit about Bangladesh. They've come into this tournament amid some selection drama and contention. Tamim Iqbal resigned as captain. Shakib has since taken over. He's also really their marquee player. How much do you think he will have to do to carry the team and make sure his own performance stays on par?
Yeah, quite a lot, actually. But he's always carried the weight of Bangladesh for as long as I've known. You know, Shakib, I've played against him and with him for years now. And it just feels like when you talk about Bangladesh, him and Tanim's name especially also pop up. But coming to probably the back end of his career now, I hesitate to say that because you never know. He could play on for another X amount of years. But I'm guessing this could be one of his last World Cups. And he's a smart guy. He'll try not to have all the weight kind of on him. He'll spread the load amongst the team because he's very smart and he'll know when to use who and how to use them. But he also knows that his performances with bat and ball are going to be key for Bangladesh if they want to win this World Cup or do well in this World Cup, you know. And Bangladesh seem to start off well, but if they don't start off well, by the back end, we could see a Bangladesh that have got 1 foot on the plane already. But Shakib will have a lot to say about that. And being his last World Cup, where he is in his career, I'm pretty certain that he would like to push for a semi-final spot. And then who knows from there what could happen.
And much like Shakib is the name and the face of Bangladesh cricket, Rashid Khan is similar for Afghanistan. We can't really talk about their team without talking about him. An absolute superstar in T20 cricket and especially in leagues around the world. What does he need to do to translate that form to his one-day game?
It's a tough one because I think in 2020 Rashid is just such a great bowler. You know, you've got 24 balls and you've got to try and utilize them from a batting point of view to score against him. And you'll often see guys have no choice but to kind of take him on. He comes on just after the power play and you feel like now's the time when you either want to accelerate or get on with the game, and he's able to pick up wickets. So whereas one-day cricket, he's got 10 overs. Teams can take a little bit longer. They don't have to take as many risks. So what happens is he kind of gets nullified a little bit and they tend to take on the guys around him. But that doesn't make him a bad bowler. Because in these conditions, you know what happens is when it rains, it pours. And when it rains wickets, it pours wickets. And Rashid is the kind of guy that if he gets one, he might get another, he might get a third, and he could get on with it. So he becomes extremely dangerous. But teams will probably look to kind of nullify him, let him go at 4 or 5 or whatever it is that they want him to go at. But as long as he's not taking wickets, they'll feel they're winning the game. So it's to try and take Rashid completely out of the game, especially with him having to bowl 10 overs. It becomes a little bit easier.
Yeah, let's hope for no actual rain, of course, just raining and pouring of wickets. Dale, if you had to pick your winner, Bangladesh or Afghanistan?
I'll go for Bangladesh right now. I just feel like they're probably well suited when it comes to international cricket. They've been around for a lot longer. They've won games. They've been to World Cups. Afghanistan has some great individual performance, but as a unit, they haven't quite put it together yet when it comes to the big stage.
And yet again, our fan disagrees with you, Dale Steyn. You're not getting a lot of support from the social media users. We've got Abhijit Mitbarkar who said Afghanistan has terrific spirit and great momentum here. They've won 3 of their last 5 games, rooting for them to upset Bangladesh again. And that's it for our IndusInd Bank Cheer for Greatness for this episode. We'll see you again next time.